Fortportal municipality in Kabarole district has on many occasions been praised for its cleanliness and mild weather, which make it stand out from other towns in Uganda. As conservation of the environment becomes ever more important and mitigating the effects of climate change becomes a necessity, densely populated urban centers need to adopt sustainable strategies to manage their environmental resources. Fortportal seems to have found a winning formula, and one may wonder what it is and how the town's leaders have made it work. The story behind Fortportal's cleanliness is at this site, the Gitere Municipal Solid Waste Project. One would be surprised to learn that these heaps of garbage do not have the choking stench one would expect in a place like this.
You get what we call cow dung culture. After getting the cow dung, you mix it with water, you splash it over the fresh waste that has been deposited on this other pre-sorting bay. And that's one of the reasons you are not seeing flies and you are not feeling any smell.
The recycling and manure plant was initiated in 2009 as a joint venture between the World Bank, NEMA and Fortportal Municipality. It is aimed at ridding the municipality of garbage and conserving the environment. It is supposed to handle at least 70 tons of solid waste daily, although the tonnage collected nowadays is more than what was originally planned.
Density times volume is equal to mass. So mass over volume again, you get the density. So it becomes very easy for anybody to determine how much garbage or waste is received on this very site. So you can determine the mass or the weight of, in terms of tons.
Waste management here is done in 3 hygienic and environmentally friendly phases, starting at the pre-sorting bay, which is followed by the decomposition phase, and finally the third stage, where the non-biodegradable garbage is sorted. This whole area that we're in is called the compositing yard, and it's where they usually bring the treated garbage, which is later turned into composite manure.
So when you are processing in the compositing yard, you keep on monitoring temperatures from stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, up to the last one. We use a digital thermometer, which is this one, and an oxygen meter in monitoring the temperatures. So when you tell people that there is compost, people's attitude towards waste is negative. They think what they are going to pick again is the garbage which they disposed of. They are not aware that there is some good compost which is being produced, which is a byproduct of the composting process. So we don't have a specific market for people coming to buy compost.
Pine trees have also been planted around the solid waste plant to produce oxygen, which is used to counter the carbon gases that are emitted into the atmosphere.
Since you've already seen that there are a variety of trees around the plant, both pine and eucalyptus, a lot of oxygen is involved. So even if you move inside, within between these windows, you will not get a problem. There's what we call aerobic decomposition, meaning that a lot of oxygen is being produced. So even people who are just working within, they don't get any challenge, especially with breathing.
Besides the solid waste plant, the leadership of Fortportal is embarking on a drive to make the town a tourist destination and a more pleasant place to live in. This they hope to achieve by making the town greener, more environmentally friendly, and by mitigating adverse climate change through planting trees.
We have actually made a vision of planting 1 million trees come 2025. So in everything that we are doing in Fortportal municipality, planting of trees is a priority and it's a mandate for everyone. So we are encouraging people to plant more trees, and of course not eucalyptus trees, but we are having these natural, other natural types that cannot even consume the levels of our water.
The leadership also intends to implement a ban on polythene bags in the town.
Environment officer and us leaders in Fortportal, we have really tried to enforce this law, but the people around are still adamant to adhere to this law. But we're working and still engaging and sensitizing the community to make sure we do away with Kavera.
As activists around the world celebrate the International Day of Action on Climate Change, Fortportal municipality, with its budget of 3 to 5 billion shillings spent on waste management for its 3 divisions, points a clear strategy towards conserving the environment, that other towns can emulate. Suhail Mugabi, NTV.